Guys, I got to go to California to visit Skytech HQ. I got to build an insane Intel gaming system with custom loop cooling components from Thermaltake, and you could win it. Stay tuned. Let's go, nerds! Hello? Anyone got computers here?
No, we don't. Go home.
Nope. Hey.
Hey, welcome.
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Ready to Thorn?
Kelsey.
My name is Kay. So my name is Kay, and I work here at Skytech. I'm mainly the special project builder. For example, if we're working with a collab with an influencer, then I'm in charge of customizing the PC for their brand and their channel.
So, we're working on a project.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I have the stuff ready for our project.
Turquoise edition.
Turquoise edition. Specially picked out just for you, sir.
Cannot wait to see that. Okay. Yeah. So Thermaltake jumped in on this, right?
Yes, they actually sponsored the hardware and the fans for this build, so.
And processor from Intel.
Yes.
The most powerful CPU that Intel currently has for a desktop PC, 13900KS and a 4090. This thing is blazing fast. Speaking of blazing, it's going to be cooled effectively because of this Thermaltake hardware. So that's really exciting. For gaming of the highest caliber, this thing can do it. What is all this? What is all this madness here?
This is basically our main product highlight studio. You'd like to see some of our crazy builds back there. Okay, this is one of our stream units that we sent out to TwitchCon. Basically, this handles all the streaming and gaming during the exhibit.
This is sick. Is this the Halo build right here?
This is our Master Chief Halo build theme PC. One of the highlights of this is the painting. They're all like weathered, painted green. Even the little spacers are all individually painted. Very
nice.
We customized all the fans to basically go from outside in. So this build right here, there's basically a microphone in there.
Nice.
And an LED controller that controls all the basically the visualizer system there. Intel Arc, well, it is playing right now on the screen. This is our latest custom build made for Intel in collaboration with Inflection Games, as they are launching the new game called Nightingale.
So very cool. It looks great. They're really great looking.
Yeah, we have the reverse fans pulling air from the bottom up, from outside in, and then these are all the exhausts. I want to pass you over to Kelsey. This is her department. And
Hello again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to R&D. This is our little corner of the office. So what we do here is research and development. So we'll get in new products or just products that purchasing and SKU design are looking at using. We get them in, we put them through the ringer, we test everything out, put in our reports, purchasing does the rest. But what we also do here is CEC testing. So as you can see over here, we got some benches. So typically, I'd assemble the SKU on just an open air test bench like this. We monitor them with these hobo meters here for their wattage. So we get all of those numbers, put them into a spreadsheet, we send them off to CEC to make sure that all of our SKUs are compliant.
This is probably where most of the time take breaks. We have a racing simulator here. Nothing is loaded right now.
Thrustmaster stuff. Huh?
Yeah, we got all the
gated shifter. Was that your e-brake right here?
E-brake or shifter.
Right?
Yeah. You can basically switch it to either or.
Yeah. What's the story with the system sitting on its side on the floor though? We systems off floor. Do not put your computers on the floor. Do not put your computers on the floor.
We have our customer service area right here. This is where it all happens. This is where all your issues are taken care of. This is where parts are diagnosed by our technicians. Also, we have Kirby fan extractor, 3D printed too.
Oh, you got that out of there! There's like no frame to that. That's like immediate, you cheat.
So this is our marketing department studio, and that is Angel and Chris. They are the hosts of our retro show. We do have different shows at different times of the week on Twitch.
I like retro games. Can I jump in on that?
This show is called Super Retro Turbo HD. Obviously, the name is a pun on how long some of these fighting game names went. And Angel and I just try and show off a bunch of like weird, fun, obscure retro games. And it ranges anything from classics to really obscure games like this one. You've never seen this version of Street Fighter before. How could you not know Street Fighter EX2?
Yeah, this is terrible. I don't like this. I don't like this game.
All right, on to our last set here.
I know this set.
Yes, it's very well known amongst our customers because this is our live build set. Every order on our website, on our custom builder, and if they opt to select that part that says build on stream, this is where it happens. And then it is hosted by Kelsey and me every Wednesday and Fridays, along with Juan, our expert builder. And he builds the customer systems right here. They get to see all their parts unboxed, installed in the system, and then powered on.
It is a really cool thing. I want more of that. And I basically encourage anyone who gets a custom order from the Mark builders to opt for that option, because there's a whole thing that people say, like, and there's this thing like, oh, you got to build your own PC or else blah, blah, blah. Shut up. No, you don't.
Yeah.
But there is something to it where you feel more of a connection to it, right?
Yeah.
Being able to watch it being put together, interact with people building, I feel, and I've had some people tell me that have had it done, like, oh, you get some of that. You get some of that feeling about it. Plus, the transparency is nice.
Yes.
All right, can we go live now? I'm ready to build, let's go. Since I was 13 years old, I've been either modifying or building my own PCs since I had a Tandy 1000 at age 6. PCs have been a big thing for me, and then DIY became a big thing for me. So it may seem kind of odd that my content focuses so much on pre-builds, but in my mind, that makes me perfect for actually assessing pre-builds and system integrators that build them. Who better to look at build quality and QC and sort of the experience that you get from getting a PC built for you than someone who's been building them for a long time.
I was introduced to this project with Graythorn by James, our marketing coordinator. It was very exciting for me to find out that we are working with one of our influencers and that we are doing a custom build for him. It's a water-cooled system, so it's a lot more to be excited about for me. We've done collabs before, we've done special giveaways, projects, but this is one of the ones that we have not done for a giveaway. It's pretty exciting.
So Thermaltake copper core radiators, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Two of them.
Two of them. Thermaltake fans, got the SWA fan, what are they? The EX. So those are the new ones that came out at CES. We're gonna be doing some tube bending here because we got tubes to bend. And that's not something that I've actually done before, so as I mentioned previously. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And let's figure that out together. That'll be a good time.
I'm actually excited to teach you how to do the tube bending.
Proof positive that you can teach an old dog new tricks, or an old bald guy.
It's never easy in the beginning. You will make mistakes. It's in those mistakes that you figure out how to properly do it. I mean, myself, I did not start off knowing what I was doing on it. I mean, I could watch videos all day about how to do it. But in the end, it's what works for me that will guarantee my work will be clean.
There we go. Z790 Maximus Hero Asus ROG.
Alright, so for this build, we went with the 13900KS, basically as a challenge for us to see how far we can push it with the Z790 Hero board from Asus. Initially, we know it's going to be a hot system, but with the cooling that we're planning for this, we shouldn't have anything to worry about. We are aiming for raw horsepower on this build.
And that comes right off. Guys, keep these. Do not throw this away in case you ever have to RMA your motherboard. You want to have this. RAM.
I will hand you our Kingston Fury.
Okay, Kingston Fury. We got 64 gigs. Now, when you're going with a high density kit like this, what you're getting is generally a slightly lower frequency, and this is going to run at 5,600 megatransfers per second. CL40, but the capacity. If you're going from DDR4 to this, you're going to see an uptick in performance and all that, but you're just never going to worry about RAM capacity, and this is a great amount of RAM for video editing. Any kind of content creation tasks, anything that uses a lot of RAM. If you like to have 50 Chrome tabs open while you game and stream. Now generally with these, the sticker side is going to go towards the processor. I noticed with DDR5, they really put the keying really close to the middle.
Yes, it's not visually identifiable anymore like DDR4s, where it's
here.
One side has more pins than the other.
You do this right here. So it's going to go in right there and press firmly on both sides till you get the click. There we go. This is where I usually get to really show off my shaky hands, and that's okay. So I'll go one side here and then just spread it to the other side. Okay, so these are the CLM 360s. I can't wait to see these things. Let's take a look. because we have that copper core for it, not aluminum. So that's actually something that can change the cooling characteristics.
Yes.
Quite significantly. You don't need to go with a super Mondo thick one if you've got a good copper core in there.
Yeah,
right?
I just love how the industry is always trying to change, innovate, put everything in the right direction.
So this is currently set up as exhaust. This is an exhaust fan right here, so that's why it says top radiator. There we go. You pop it out, and then you pop the other one on there, and it's as simple as that. What do we got here? Tough Power GF3 1650 watt.
1650. So with that much power in a processor and your graphics card, you want that headroom.
If you can be said to be future-proofing anything, the fact that you have dual 12VH PWR connectors or your ATX 3.0 or PCIe 5.0 connectors, dual 16 pin. So, NVIDIA throws that.
They already came out with one. Who knows if they come out with two?
Right. If they throw that 4090 Ti at you as a curveball, and you're just like, well, this 4090 won't do. I must have that Ti on there. Yeah. This is capable. Each one of these is capable of 600 watts.
Yes.
So we're actually throwing this in here now because before we put in our top rad, which is ready to go, we want to hook up the 8-pin EPS power connectors for the CPU. Now, these really high wattage power supplies do not use your standard, PC power cable. There's a designation for those, and I always forget what it is. This uses a special one because of the high amount of electricity that's going to pass through these. So do not lose this. It is not as common. Again, just stroll into Best Buy and grab one of these, usually.
Yeah.
Micro Center probably. Now, to be clear, for those that aren't familiar with this, a power supply will have a nominal rating, right? This one is 1650 watts. That doesn't mean it's constantly pushing 1650 watts into the system. The power is drawn by the components as they need them. It just means that it has the capability of reaching that amount of power, of providing that amount of power. Okay, there we go. There we go. I made a total mistake on the install of the CPU block. So, fun thing about working with hardware you've never worked with before. Generally, there's a phrase RTFM. Read the free manual because it is free. So this bracket was actually supposed to go. This is the rear bracket here, and instead we just use spacers. So it's really putting pressure. It's just putting pressure on the PCB. So all we have to do is we hold the block in place. We remove these, put that in place, and then put these right back on. And they'll have this with some strain relief there. That's basically what we need to do, and we're doing it right now. They know my sins. But, crash zooming, is that what you're doing? So I've done a custom liquid cooling loop before. It was so long ago that the last time I did it, Linus was still building things and filming in an actual kitchen, okay, just to put it that way. And I've never done hardline tubing. As it became more popular, it was just cost prohibitive for me. So when Jeff suggested it, and then Thermaltake jumped in and provided all these parts for it, I was like, you know what? I want to try it for the first time. I want to do this for the first time. I want to do it myself. And to me, there's something really important here. Even though I've been doing DIY for over 20 years, there is still always going to be something out there to learn.
We talked about having a theme, and we picked the Vaporwave theme. We did do a collab, and so far we've done the design for the glass etching, and most of the inputs are what hardware we're going to use to make everything basically compatible, not to have to worry about overheating or anything. So with the liquid cooled system, we were able to push the hardware that we chose a lot further than we originally planned. I would say the biggest challenge is figuring out the loop based on the space that we have going on in this case. We are using two 360 radiators, so both of the inlets and outlets on top kind of gave us a little problem with regards to bending the tubes and routing them, especially we're using hardline tubing. So we got around that by flipping one of the radiators upside down, and that gave us more leeway for showcasing more tubes in the system.
Yeah, right. Well, so all the benefits of a custom loop, right? It's going to be quiet, it's going to cool very effectively, and it's going to look insane. It's going to look amazing. But what I anticipate doing with this system is giving it away to a lucky winner. I love doing it. I've done a couple PC giveaways. They're always very, very exciting, especially when I get to build it. It's something that I put together with a lot of care and time and invested in everything. And the fact that we're able to give these away, again, Intel, Thermaltake, thank you guys so much for facilitating that. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun to do that. I don't really do much DIY content, but as a DIY enthusiast, that kind of stings for me. Like, I want to share my passion for that too. Thanks to Intel and Thermaltake and Skytech, I'm able to do that. And I cannot express how much I appreciate that. It means a lot to me to be able to share that part of myself as well.